Hi everybody, Superintendent Dave Hefflinger. Glad you could join us for the first in our series of videos, Conversations with the Principals. We did these last year for the first time, had a great response, so we hope you will enjoy them all as much this year. One a month over the next 4 months, the first one, the middle school today, and then we'll do the other buildings once a month as we move forward. So with me today, Middle School Principal Sue Blake. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for asking me today, Dave.
Absolutely. We wanted to talk about all of the exciting things that have been going on at the middle school this year, since we last talked last spring. I know there's been some work with technology. That is an ever-changing field in education. What's been happening with technology?
Well, I'm really excited to tell you that we added a couple new technology courses this year. We did a gamified coding and robots course, and we also did animation and games. We have some new VR headsets that were purchased by our PTA. Our 8th graders a couple weeks ago got to explore the Anne Frank Annex in virtual reality.
That's what the VR, virtual reality.
Virtual reality. We also, our PTA recently purchased a 3D printer, so I'm excited to see some projects that are coming out of that. And you're seeing a shift now to a problem-based learning approach. And just an example of that, during our Falcon period this last semester, our students participated in a NASA design challenge where they were given a problem that's faced by astronauts on the space station, and they're coming up with solutions. And maybe some of our students may be chosen their solution to actually be tested out in space. But that's what I mean when I say problem-based learning. For people who've never experienced the headsets or the goggles, so the virtual reality, so you put these on, it's almost like in a huge version of an old ski goggle in some ways, right? But then within that, they visited a time of Anne Frank, and they were able to see things as if they were present in the room. That's exactly right.
It's amazing, that technology, and what an opportunity, especially with historical things and science things, to be able to transport students a place that we could never take them.
Right, it's like a virtual field trip anytime they're being used. Our PTA purchased enough sets that students can work in groups of 2 or 3, and we can go pretty quickly to the pyramids in Egypt or the Anne Frank Annex.
That's so awesome. That's great. So you mentioned Falcon period when you talked, and the high schools had Falcon period for a couple of years, but this is the first year Falcon period's been at the middle school. Tell us about it.
So our Falcon period is a dedicated 30 minutes every day, 5 days a week, for students to participate in a variety of activities like the National Design Challenge. We have a retest and makeup policy that allows for students to go and visit teachers' classrooms if they've been absent and they want to get caught up, or if they want to improve their grade by taking a retake test. They can use that Falcon period time, and that way they're not missing actual class time in order to participate in those activities.
Are you satisfied with how Falcon period has gone through the first half of the year?
Very much satisfied, okay. And the teachers are loving it and the students are loving it.
Oh, that's awesome. And then I know you have teams. Your
Yes.
teachers divided in teams working on a variety of topics. Tell us about the teams.
Well, I'll tell you about a couple of the teams in particular. With the PBIS team, we were very excited that we were awarded bronze status this year.
Very
and that
good.
means that we have fully implemented our Tier 1 interventions across the building. And really what that looks like is we have monthly incentives that's based on data. So for instance, if we want to work on the trait of outstanding in our SOAR acronym, we're building incentives around outstanding, and those students who demonstrate outstanding traits get to participate in a variety of activities, games, karaoke, all kinds of fun things like that. The month of January, it will be respectful. And then I'm not sure what the team will pick the following month, because it's always based on data and the paperwork that comes into the office and what we are seeing in the classrooms.
So what seems like it needs a little work or reinforcement?
That's exactly it. If
Okay.
a skill needs to be reinforced, then we're working on it throughout that month.
And you mentioned the SOAR acronym.
safe, outstanding, accountable, and respectful. And so those are the 4 traits that we're working on, and every month it's a different one.
Very good, very good.
The other thing I wanted to talk with you about is our communications team. A lot of our viewers are going to probably remember our Fall Falcon Fest. We had about 1,500 visitors that enjoyed all of the games and activities that we had, including Trunk or Treat. We are in the process of planning our Valentine's Day event, which is a family game night. Last year was our first year for having the event. We had over 1,000 people visit the building.
It was huge.
Everything is free for families to do, except if they want to buy food.
Okay.
There's going to be bingo in the cafeteria, games throughout the hallways, inflatables, all kinds of fun things.
It was so much fun last year.
Yes.
And it seemed like everybody at both events has just had such a great time. It's wonderful to give people a reason to come to the building, to come to the campus for just a fun family night of activities.
And our teams have been working really hard on getting some nice prize donations, so
great.
I would encourage everyone to come out for the prizes as well.
That's fantastic. And then anything else happening at the middle school?
Yes, there is. So I wanted to formally announce that after 30 years here at Field, I am going to be retiring at the end of the school year. I started out in the district as a teacher at Suffield Elementary. I've served in a variety of leadership positions throughout the building, or throughout the district, K to 12. And I just feel like you're 30, this is a good time to go. I'm really very excited that our assistant principal, Nicole Koswick, who's been with me for 3 years, is in a good place. She's going to do a wonderful job as the new principal at Field Middle School. Ashley Mauger, the high school assistant principal, will be filling her role at the middle school.
Very good. And certainly, speaking for myself, the 11 years of working together have just been terrific. And I will miss you, but all of your hard work, you've certainly earned a retirement as much as anybody. But we thank you for everything you've done for this district.
Thank you
Appreciate it
very
very
much, and thank you for the opportunity. It's been a
Absolutely.
pleasure.
Well, that wraps up our first conversation with the principals. Hopefully you've learned a lot of good things about Field Middle School. Next month in February, join us. Mike Garrity will be here with an update on Field High School. Until then, go Falcons.